Hey girls, it's Danita. I'm with Booty Bands, and today I'm going to teach you how to burn your belly fat. The number one common mistake that I see with burning fat in general is our self-love. So I want you to really think about this for a moment. Are you able to go to the mirror and truly tell yourself that you love yourself? The reason why self-love is so important, because if we do not truly love ourselves, then we're not going to do the little things every day that are love for ourselves. Why, Danita, is self-love so important for me really to lose belly fat? I'll tell you why. The first and foremost, you make decisions every day. And if those decisions are not about love for yourself, then you are going to be sabotaging all of your results, especially your health and losing weight. So after you're able to go into the mirror and say, I love everything that I see, and also you're going to do little activities throughout the week to also do the same thing. A bubble bath, maybe you buy yourself a little gift, maybe you take yourself to the movies. Whatever it is, start doing actions to really show yourself, you know what, I care. And the first place that we're gonna do that is today, as we are gonna learn how to cook for ourselves, essentially being able to really truly love ourselves by what we put into our mouth. Number 2, the common mistake that I also see is you're too stressed out. You are a mother or a daughter or a sister or a woman that puts everyone else above yourself. Therefore, you get too stressed out to take care of yourself. So I want you to really focus on this as you are starting to get stressed out. Be very self-aware what is stressing you out. Write it down every time that you are and become aware of what it is that is harming you and getting more cortisol on your body and limiting to your goals that you truly want for yourself. So essentially what stress does, obviously, it definitely adds weight into the stomach area because of cortisol, but also what stress does is makes it so you aren't able to meal prep in the week. You're too overwhelmed with everything else that you're not able to get the foods that you need in your body to be able to lose that belly fat that you need to. So you hear the word cortisol. A lot of you may know what it is and a lot of you may not. Cortisol is a hormone that is released when we are stressed out. And what this hormone does is it starts breaking down our body, especially the immune system. The immune system is what keeps us so we're healthy every day. So we are able to fight off sicknesses and diseases. So you want to make sure that you're really able to target your stress so you're able to be very healthy and very happy. Stay with me, we are on tip 3, and number 5 is when we're going to get to all the good stuff down here. So hang with me. So number 3 is, are you spiking your blood sugar? You may or may not know this, but your blood sugar rises every single time that you eat. And so every single thing that you eat, if it's high glycemic, what's going to end up happening is take your blood sugar past its normal state. When it gets so high, what ends up having to happen is insulin has to come up and start breaking that down. Realize that when it gets too high, it also is going to shoot super low. So you're going to have those high lows, like if, for example, if you were to eat a donut, a lot of sugar and the refined carbs. So what ends up happening is you start storing this extra because it doesn't keep you through a nice good field of your normal insulin and blood sugar. So to be able to keep yourself on a more normal blood sugar is start eating things that are low glycemic, so stay along with the normal path rather than going super high and super low above this normal line here. So what's low glycemic, Danita? Low glycemic foods consist of veggies, beans, berries, whole grains, nuts, seeds, and all of this stuff that is healthy for us to be able to keep our blood sugar regular. We all know the term hangry. If you don't know the term hangry, it means hungry and angry. So if you've been down this path, what I strongly suggest is having snacks in between each one of your meals. This is definitely going to also keep yourself in a normal blood sugar range the whole day, and you're able to eat smaller meals throughout the day rather than big, large ones. So highly recommend snacking. Also highly recommend adding protein into every one of your meals. So I'm going to definitely go into each one of these meals and explain where the protein is and really learning more and more so you have more knowledge as to what you're eating. Last one on this one is avoiding the crap. So definitely as you are not eating artificial sweeteners, You're staying away from those preservatives, the processed foods, all that stuff that is our body has no idea how to process, essentially is going to make our waist very thin, because the food that we have that is good for us is going to be able to go right into where it needs to do the job it needs to, and then get out. Stay with me, we're on tip number 4. Tip number 4 is going to be pictures and not your scale. Pictures are something that I definitely use with all members, and the reason why is because with a scale, you're not able to see truly what your body is doing. You think that you're not losing weight, but really your body composition says otherwise. So as you are working out and you're eating healthy, you're gonna notice your pictures are going to start to change, and you're gonna get super excited that all the work that you're putting into is actually working. But if you're looking at the scale, you're gonna get so disappointed, because as muscle weighs more than fat, you're gonna be like, it's not budging. So forget about a number. It doesn't matter. Everybody is unique in their own way. Everybody's height is different, so everybody's number should be different. So allow it to be your own unique. Take your pictures and watch as you really get to your goals by shrinking that waist and seeing it in your before and after pictures. All right, I'm so excited. We're on the last one. This is tip number 5. And the reason why I'm excited for this is because a lot of people get their balance off with their macros. What do I mean by that? What is macros? Macros is your protein, your carbohydrates, and your fats. And to be able to really be able to balance what you need personally to be able to get that small waist. And so I have set up for you guys a daily plan for myself that I want you to see how I'm super stoked about these. Every time I eat, I get stoked about every single meal, and hopefully this can give you some suggestions or ideas. So right here I have breakfast, and I have another option as well that I added in there. So for protein, you're gonna have your lentils and your beans, and I have vegan sausage in here. For carbohydrates, you're also gonna see some mushrooms. Also, you're gonna get carbohydrates out of your beans and your lentils, and also through your spinach. Protein, you'll find a little bit in spinach as well. So knowing what is in your food will also be able to help you. So my Booty Band members will know this when they get my free small waist diet program. I have a list set up that has foods and how much each food item, how many carbs, protein, fats is in that. Another option here is protein pancakes. I really enjoy. Again, so knowing what is your protein, your carbs, and your fats every time you make a meal. The next one over here is it's a quinoa oatmeal, and in this quinoa oatmeal, obviously quinoa has protein, but I wanted to add more, so I have hemp seeds and chia seeds topped off with some coconut and raspberries and some almond butter. So my protein is again through quinoa, the hemp seeds, and the chia seeds, a little bit through my almond, but know that also almond butter is fat, and a little bit in the coconut as well, also fats. Carbohydrates, you're gonna get some in the quinoa and some in the raspberries. Next is a Mediterranean dish that is a sweet potato I like a lot. It's with chickpeas and hummus and parsley and just some slices of bread. So I like to use really thin slices of bread. So this is something that I could just buy a loaf and then cut really thin slices. I do listen to my body. So anytime I am eating one of these meals, if I feel like I only get halfway through, then I'll save half of it and I'll eat it for later. So the chickpeas and the hummus here are going to be my protein. My carbs is going to be obviously my potatoes and my bread. And next one, I have a fun salad that I like to make. This is arugula for the base. I have Roma tomatoes. This is the cayeta, that's how you say it, olives. I love to put basil with this, so it's kind of in your mind, kind of think of a caprese salad. And then I also have, this is called almond cheese. So it's a vegan style of cheese, which is really good. And over here for dinner, I have my asparagus, I have some lox salmon, and I have some avocado. And for my daily drinks, I have something that is, if you are not able to get a lot of water in your day, something I like to do is I like to flavor my water with raspberries and mint. The mint is like a breath freshener, and in a weird way, it kind of feels like it energizes me. And the raspberries give it a little bit of some flavor, makes it really fun to drink, and also you get a lot of antioxidants with it to kill those free radicals for you. And then the other one too is stick with green teas. I know that coffee is a great little boost in the day, but if you can start subbing in green tea every once in a while, that's something I like to do, is really just kind of add a little green tea about once a day if I can, and try to make sure that I start replacing it with coffee. I do have my protein powder out. I wanted to show you at any time. If I get too busy to make one of these meals, I go for a protein shake, and you'll be able to see those protein shakes on my other videos in my channel. But essentially what I wanted to kind of just show you the setup of what I have for a day. I wanted to show you also that these are not meals that I cook every day. I actually meal prep, so when I make the quinoa, I make a big amount of it. And as you're like, well, how do I do that? You know, if you're confused on it, basically quinoa is so easy, and a lot of this actually, I'll tell you on most of it, all I do is just put water in a pot, and then I throw in about half of quinoa, half the lentils, half the beans, and then I just let it boil first, and then I bring it down to a simmer, and then when it's tender, then it's done. So super simple. Please don't make this sound like it was an all-day thing. I make a lot of it one day, so I'll choose one day out of the week. Usually I'm doing it with my girls on Saturdays that we make a meal prep, and essentially what you do is you just make a big amount of it, so that way it's really easy for you just to go into the fridge and have your beans and lentils. I've got quinoa already set up to go. Here I have my chickpeas, more beans and lentils. So again, you can kind of just see that everything is definitely in Tupperwares and ready to go anytime I'm ready to make a meal. Some people like to definitely even put it in Tupperware already ready to go if you need that, because you're so busy. Then that's a great suggestion by, you know, putting literally your meal in a Tupperware so you can just grab it and go. But what this essentially does is, as you are feeding yourself with good foods, you guys, this is giving you love. This is lowering your stress levels. This is shrinking your waist because you're not raising your cortisol and you're not raising your blood sugar too high. You're being able to stay a good blood sugar throughout the entire day. You're eating good foods that's super nutrients for you. So as you are working out, you're being able to feed the muscle, which in turn is also going to be burning fat. If you think that starving yourself and only having one meal a day, or like a donut and coffee, and that you're just going to get by on that, essentially what's happening is you're going to be burning a lot of muscle. Therefore, you're going to be actually losing your metabolism. So just think that muscle is so great. It is burning fat. It's speeding up your metabolism. And the more that you're working out and feeding your body with really good nutritious food, in turn, it's going to come back and be karma and be great for you. So thank you for joining my channel, you guys. It was great having you. I loved sharing this with you. I hope this helped you. I am going to provide all of my recipes for all these things down in the comments below, or in the notes below. So if you liked this video, go ahead and like. If you are interested in a booty band to get your booty lifted, firm, round, and sexy curves, go ahead and click in the link below. And yeah, I loved having you. So any questions that you may have or any comments that you'd like to share, I love those. I read them all the time, daily in fact. So go ahead and write your comments. I'd love to hear from you. Much love, Danita's Booty Bands.